What's up, guys? Welcome back to Wicked After Dark, where we talk about all things horror. Brought to you by Roasted Ed Coffee, the official coffee sponsor of Wicked After Dark.
Yay.
My name's Anthony, and with me tonight we got Ashley and Jess.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
And today we do have the man behind the screams here, Andy.
About damn time, boy.
Today, guys, though, we do want to welcome Gabe and Paula from Little Cute Horror Creations.
Woo.
Hey guys.
Where's my? There we go.
Damn, this sound guy.
Little late, but
It's all right. Better late
than never is what we say. Since we've been sitting here already for 30 minutes bullshitting, you know what I mean?
yeah.
I figured we'd turn on the equipment and start recording.
I know. We had like 3 good stories already, but you know.
It's okay. I can reenact them, guys.
We're going to reenact. We can't reenact Jessica crying.
Crying,
Like,
laughing.
Oh, I know.
the way she laughs at people's jokes sometimes, I'm like, poor girl doesn't go out.
Right? She was red as shit, dude. I was like, whoa.
I know, it didn't get hot.
Hey,
It
for a
was
minute I was
funny.
like, Jess, you have a headache.
It's
Stop
because
laughing.
you guys aren't funny.
I know.
Oh my
I don't know if you're laughing with him or at him, which is kind of mean.
It's cool. I get it.
Yeah.
A little bit. I'm a little extreme. It's like, people are always like,
No, but
is this real?
Welcome.
on, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for
guys.
coming out.
Yeah, we're so stoked to be here.
I know, to be honest with you, the day I approached you about the podcast, you kind of scared me. I was like, damn. He was just like he jumped at it, and then I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? It startled me a little bit, and I was like, I think that was a good thing, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
when you, I was like, cool.
I was literally like, ah!
Literally.
I've been waiting for this my whole life.
But I was like, well, all right, cool. Yeah,
I know.
man, we'll schedule it in.
Yeah, you told me that he was excited. You guys are excited to be on, and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I feel like every one time people talk to us about it, I'm very harsh on ourselves. So I'm like, that shit sucks. Our shit sucks.
boring.
No one wants to listen to that.
Shit. You're worse
Yeah.
than like a Hollywood producer now. Now she'll go back and watch the damn podcast and be like, hey, you need to be funnier this week.
Yeah.
Pick up the slack. You're like, oh, shit.
I don't know if it was last week's podcast. Was it
No,
last
it
week?
wasn't last week. The week before that.
Yeah, I think you guys were both sick or something. And
I wasn't sick. My throat was bothering me.
okay, that has the sickness. She was sick. Over here coughing her lungs out. He was sick.
I had an off week,
But,
so,
guys, that was hilarious. I'm not.
That
I
one?
was
Yeah,
dying because
loved
you're
it. It
like,
was like-
seriously, shut her mic off. Like, what the hell are you doing? And I was just like, oh, shit.
And that was the podcast I was listening to. I was like, okay, maybe I need to like tone it down. I was talking to people. They came up to me and talked to me about it, how that was so funny, and I was like,
That's how
I
she
was
is in real life.
I was like contemplating, like, okay, maybe I should tone it down. I should stop cussing.
No, 100% no.
No, that's so funny.
Yeah, it was.
That's the real Ashley. Like
Nah,
she
man.
talks to me like that.
Oh, here.
Well, earlier
cry for
today, matter of fact, before we get into you guys, I have a quick story.
Yes.
We're unloading our crates from this past weekend, and Ashley scratched me in the face real bad. You know what I
You
mean?
gotta swallow that.
I was like, oh, all right, Ashley. I said, we got a podcast today. You're making me look dumb right now. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, but it went away.
I didn't
Oh,
do
and it was
that.
gonna be on the side that.
Yes, yeah.
I
was
did
like,
not
all right.
scratch him like
Like
that.
2 claw marks right here.
She's like, hurry up.
Nah, man. I was like, okay. But yeah, that's who Ashley is.
Because you were
guys.
squishing me.
Yeah, whatever.
That's what you get. You were squishing me. They like to punk me because I'm the smaller one, the shorter one. Like, they think they can push me around, but you're not going to push me around.
I don't push you around. If you guys ever notice in the car, Ashley's always in the front seat,
Oh,
and I'm the
my.
older one. She gets car sick.
And you're dumb because I'd be like, bitch, get in the
Dude,
back.
she hits hard.
I look at
She hits
it's,
hard.
it's funny. I was fuck with her. I was look at where I was like, I ain't riding, bitch. Get in the back seat. And she's like, I don't want to ride in the back seat. She
No.
still gets in the back.
Even right now, we take her car up to Ukaipa, right? And we're both walking towards the passenger door, like, and I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, you're driving. I'm like, fuck.
It's because
dude.
I get anxiety driving other people.
Yeah,
And especially when they're judgmental. Like when I'm driving, he'll be like, "You're too close to that line."
Dude,
Bro.
no.
over here.
Well, you're a terrible driver. I'm just saying.
Amazing driver.
It's true. Like, I'm facts over here. I'm like, you suck at driving. I can't.
You make me so nervous when you're in the car.
I don't even do anything. I'm sitting there and I'm just like, this one, I drive and she's grabbing the handle. Stop, 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 stop. And I'm like, I can see. I've been driving for like my whole life. I'm good. So I get that.
And he's
Right.
all like, "Let's pull up the insurance records." Huh? Come on, let's do it.
Exactly.
That is true.
Yeah.
Dude,
Thank
I'm the same. I'm the same way with my wife.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, no, because I've just paid off her people that she's got
Oh
insurance with.
shit.
You know? I'm like, what about these insurance? I'll pay you $2,000. You know?
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, let's get to it, guys. My bad. Shit. See what I'm saying? We go way off tangent.
Anyways,
here, man.
welcome. This
Fuck.
is Wicked After Dark, where we don't talk about things horror. We talk about personal life.
We're really getting to
talking
know
about
each other.
fighting
Right,
each other.
right. Or like I said before the cameras were on, it was just hilarious with the whole stories and the area you live in and all that. Man, it's
Yeah.
like God,
Yeah.
that's what makes you right there.
Yeah. Before, what are we drinking today?
Oh yeah, I'll go
Yay.
first.
Yes.
I got doll face.
Okay.
Again.
No way.
Again.
I couldn't have
Shocker.
guessed it.
Iced. I got it iced. Thanks
You gotta
to
ask
Jen.
Jen to make it.
Jen, you
makes
ever,
it
you guys,
differently.
Jen's gonna be like, really? Why'd you tell everybody? Like, you guys ever go to Roast the Dead Coffee in Ukaipa, off California Street, across the street from a big ass church? Ask Jen to make you this one or the Freddy's Nightmare iced. Oh man, like this right here has me wired every time.
Yeah, I can tell.
Every time. She
Yeah.
puts a lot of coffee in it or something,
Yeah.
dude. She's like, you want me to make? I'm like, you already know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even tell her anymore. She got me.
She just
you
got
know?
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So doll, what is it?
Doll face.
Doll face by Jen.
He doesn't remember
I suck at
ever.
remembering that. What'd
Yeah.
you get, Ash?
I got the Reagan iced made with almond milk.
Almond milk.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all I got.
I got the cookies from the crypt with oat milk.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah.
It's so
It
yummy.
tastes like cookie butter.
Yeah, I
Like-
didn't do coffee
Ashley's
today.
is like matcha, right?
Yeah, mine's matcha. It's like
Okay.
green tea.
Cookie butter?
Cookie butter.
I've been
What
craving.
the hell is cookie butter?
I would let you try it, but every time you never let me try yours, so
All
no.
right.
If you're a green tea drinker or matcha, go to Roasted Dead. Their matcha's on a different level. So yummy.
It is good.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is
It
so
is, yeah,
good.
their matcha is good. I got Children of the Oats.
That's my second
All
favorite.
right,
drink.
all right.
Or first.
Always.
Good.
I don't know.
And what'd you
It's
get?
good iced or hot.
Always. Helter Skelter.
Is that the one I drink?
Yeah,
No.
no.
You
If
drink
it's
the
not,
Dark
okay, well, you should.
Mistress.
There's this-
Dark
That
Mistress,
one.
man.
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't
Dark
tried that because I
Oh.
just always get this one.
Yeah, that one is good. I
Helter
drank
Skelter.
that one before.
Okay.
Yeah, and they come in. That one's huge.
That one is
32.
big.
The
I
32
know.
ounce.
She's
Yes.
it's like the teas you can make them this big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Only, but
Only. The
She always
two.
knows.
Now I know.
She's like 32, right?
Yeah.
And I'm
Well,
like,
no, we went in to grab the drinks today, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we're interviewing Gabe and Paula." Like, "Oh yeah, no, that I already know what they want." I was like, "All right, I didn't even have to text you guys this morning. She already knew." And so that's awesome. She like remembers everyone's order.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wait, I don't know if she wants whip or not. She probably does want whip, but I don't know if she put whip on there because I think I told her not to because we have to put them in the back to freeze
Yeah.
it."
oh yeah.
Don't
yeah.
be saying the secret. These are fresh. Food. Watch
Oh,
out.
I'm sorry. Anyway.
That's the cool thing though about them. They like remember your order.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
So,
good
like,
at that.
That's awesome.
They're
Yeah.
not. They take pride in what they're doing for sure. Like they,
Yeah.
dude, they really care.
Yeah, about what
Absolutely.
I've
they're
known them for
doing.
years, and they still ask me, "How's the coffee?
Yes.
What's it taste like? You know, is it good? Is it?"
Do
I'm
you like
yeah.
it?
I don't.
That's the first
I'm
thing
not
they
the guy
say to
that
me.
tries the whole menu. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always good. So
Yeah.
they really take big pride in their coffee,
Yeah.
which is you're not gonna get that at other.
You're not gonna get that.
Coffee
oh,
location.
I was about to name drop.
Yeah.
Nah,
Shit.
At this
Oh.
other place we go to down the street, Ashley was like, "Can I get coffee and my creamer, please? Thank you."
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
Yeah. You guys drove from a different direction than everyone else does today.
Yes.
Yes.
From the desert straight up. How
Yeah.
hot does it get out there?
Well, so we're not really. I say we're not in the desert. We still kind of are. So we are like downhill from Whitewater.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's not that bad.
Okay.
Like we'll still get pretty hot, but Cabazon's like a wind tunnel. Like no matter what season, there's like crazy hurricane winds constantly. So it kind of brings it and helps a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, if you go over the hill, like down towards Palm
Burning.
Springs, yeah, that's where we grew up.
Yeah.
So
we grew up out there.
120
Oh, okay.
year round.
Oh, hell
no
no.
Christmas.
Jesus.
You're like wishing for a white Christmas and you know it's never
It
gonna happen.
never
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
happen.
Oh, yeah.
So
You're like, I'll
I'd say
watch it
whenever
on-
like it's really hot, like when we're vending or anything like that, we're used to
Are
it.
you guys from the Palm Springs area?
Yeah, Coachella,
Coachella.
I grew up in Indio.
Indio.
Oh.
I went to high school in Coachella.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
so it's
I
like
mean, we kinda lived
123
everywhere.
all
Yeah,
the time
yeah.
down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, if it's not 120, you ain't gonna hear shit from me.
Right.
Good.
But
We're
if
like-
it's like 110 and humid, don't even come. Like, get away from me.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man.
humidity. Mm-mm.
Dry heat up to 120, humidity no.
Well, you're slowly working your way back down to 10.
Yeah.
You started.
No, we are. Like,
Yes.
no lie. It was like, we lived in Coachella, we lived in La Quinta, Palm Desert,
There
Palm
you go.
Springs,
Yeah.
North Palm Springs, and now Cabazon.
There
So-
you go.
Yeah.
You see,
Making
one
your
more-
way?
one
We're
more-
literally,
one
I'm like,
more.
one
I know.
more.
We're like, let's just take a giant leap.
But it
this
gets more
time.
expensive as you
It
go.
does. It does.
Very.
Sacrifices.
So I
It
gotta
does,
find
but
some.
I mean, you guys are in a lot of events, right? I mean, you guys are doing a lot of events, and unfortunately for you guys, they're all up this way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, so we can't even talk about complaining about
No.
driving now.
You guys
They're
take
driving.
you can have the cake.
Yeah.
Take the
We
cake on that
won.
one. You won.
They beat us today, guys.
Yeah.
You know, they're adding another 45 minutes to their drive. So
Yeah. Right. So
don't
little.
know.
Let's talk about your company name, Little Cute Horror Creations.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's really nothing little about it. So how did you guys come up with that?
So we don't have a great story
That's
about
okay.
how
We
we
don't
came up
either.
with it. So we're
Perfect,
kind of on the same
perfect.
boat. We were when we finally decided to really like start a business. We're like, okay, what are we gonna call it? Mm-hmm. And then we had so many ideas playing around
Yeah.
with what we were gonna do with the company. So I think one that we were like, yeah, let's do this. We were like P&G Sweethearts.
Oh, yeah.
or it was like Sweethearts Pumpkin Patch or something
Oh,
like
yeah,
that. And I was
something
like, people are gonna think they're gonna come on rides and shit. There's
Yeah.
a petting zoo. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Right.
And then I
Yeah.
think one night I was just like, well, I was working nights, so I was probably out of it, and I was just like, Little Key Horror Creations. Like, went back to bed.
Yeah.
And then we were like, cool, that's what it was.
Right.
And then we released it, and I was like, shoot.
Yeah,
Even
go
then,
with
we weren't
it.
even like solid. Like that's what our name was gonna be. So we were like, this is just for now, just
Yeah.
to get us out there.
right.
And then it just stuck.
I
Yeah.
mean, we
With
thought
it.
about changing it too, because it's a lot. I've noticed, like, when people are like, what's your Instagram? And I'm like, it's my entire name.
You're
Because
like, ready?
I'm like,
Are you ready for
I'm
this?
even like, can we like shorten it? Like
Yeah.
LCHC? Like, that sounds pretty cool. But then I'm like, still, that's a lot to say. And I'm just
Right.
like, Little Key Horror Creations, thank you. No spaces.
You're like, here, just scan this QR code.
Yes.
Scan
bro.
this
Yes.
QR code.
The Isby sisters
Yeah.
came out with this. And I'm
Those
like,
QR
thank you.
Right.
Because they're just, I'm like, here's my
Lifesavers.
business card.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least
Lifesaver.
there's no underscore. It's like little underscore.
Yeah,
Oh my
for
God.
real.
Oh my
You're like,
God, I
shit.
know.
Yes.
That would have been killer.
Yeah,
At that point, you're just like, here, bro, take a picture.
absolutely.
Follow me
So-
right now.
Whenever you get a spare 10 minutes to type this in, go ahead.
Yeah, someone's like, write it down for me, and I'm like, oh. I get the pen, and I'm like, Little Cute Horror Creations, and they're like, what is it? And I'm like, Little Cute Horror Creations. Like,
It's so funny because sometimes I'm like, do we have an S? Do we have an S at the end of creations? We do,
don't know.
right?
I
And then I
think
have to
so.
go back to our Instagram. Oh, we do. It is an S. There's an S there.
You're like, is it creation or creations?
Yeah. Again,
do you
here's my
remember?
business card.
Right.
Just scan the QR
Go
code.
ahead
Yeah,
and
hit-
just scan this.
That's so funny. But do you guys think you will change that name or no?
I don't think
You're
so.
gonna stick with it?
I think that it's become easier for people to say and to know who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then they identify now that name with us.
With what you do
And what
now.
we
Yeah.
do.
Definitely.
Because we're not just completely horror. We don't do, we do a
we bring
bunch
a
of
cute
different
side
little.
to it.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
not horror?
I know, right?
She meant to say is we're not like all gore and horror.
Yeah.
We're
Right.
like some cute and
The
horror.
Yeah.
cutesy
You do the
stuff.
cutesy
Yeah.
stuff.
But you know what? I think that approach is so.
Many
I don't want
different
to say
people.
smart. I don't want to say smart, but
Okay.
you reach so many more people.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I always thought that
Yeah.
was
It's a
such
different
a
market.
Yes, yes. Because think about it. How many people drag or force our? I have kids, so who forces their kids going through this stuff? And why not offer that brand? Like, oh look, mom, it's not the actual damn Chucky with the cuts going through it, or
Right.
Right.
or whatnot. You guys have the different spin on it, where it's more
Right.
cutesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And not
gives us
necessarily
a
Chucky, guys.
wider-
I'm just saying, for example.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. No, it gives us like a wider range to be able
Right.
to do different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to just be like
Yeah.
We're like, what?
What was that?
I know.
Someone's rigging in, guys.
It's that guy. But yeah, it gives us like a wider range to be able to do different things. And
Right.
it doesn't always have to be like Michael
Crazy,
and
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like I said, like gory.
But don't get me
Gory.
wrong, it is cool, like the ones we had up here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
of
you
course.
guys
But
need
like
to bring
some
the
samples.
chicken nugget, like like
Right.
that's more
Yeah.
the cutesy side, you know.
Right,
Yes,
right.
a little
I
That's-
draw a
chicken
lot of
nugget.
inspiration too from like my kids. So right now in their horror stages, they're at the like Tim Burton.
Okay.
So they're in that gateway.
Right.
So and a lot of the times they're like, "Dad, make this, make that," and I'm like, "Dude, I have to make it still like spooky because
Right.
then I'm not gonna want to do it."
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Because I struggle. Like
Yeah.
I've had some people ask for like normal pieces, and I'm just like,
That's boring.
like what do I do? And
Yeah.
I'm like, do you like this? I don't. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Does it look good? You know.
Right, right.
So they're always like, do this, do this. My daughter for the longest time, Minnie Mouse, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And then finally, I did something that was like she was dressed up as a cat, and she's like, yes, and I'm like, I don't want to be Disney, please.
Right.
Stop. But Tim Burton.
You're like, how about Sally?
oh my god.
Right?
Yeah.
I did one Sally never again.
Really?
Yeah,
I
he's
was
like,
like
and it
that.
came out so good, but he's like, no.
No.
Really?
I did it.
It was one of
like-
the ones that
I
he's
just
like,
hit a.
He's like, I'll do it again, but the next piece is going for 100.
no, for real.
There's, yeah.
You know, and he started doing that because before they were all like the same price, and the majority of them are. But now he's like, the more pieces there are, he's like, I'm upping the price.
100%. 100%.
He's like, I need to do that, and I'm like, okay, this is your business.
one of my really
Do
good
what you
friends
gotta
is
do.
Jose. He does the ears, Le Bonite.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Real good friend of mine, and he bases his pricing off of the amount that goes into it, right? Because
Yeah.
there's some years that takes him a long time
Mm-hmm.
because he's kind of like your method where it's a bunch. I've seen where they bring like a piece, like check it out. This is gonna be I don't know, name one of his
I've
ears.
seen
I'm like,
his bags,
how in
yeah.
the hell does that create?
Yeah.
Similar to this, right?
Yeah.
It's different layers, and he's like, I gotta put this down first, then this color, then this color, then I'm like, oh hell no, dude!
Yeah.
It's like an art piece. It's
Yeah.
like an art because you're the one putting it together.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like making sure it
puzzle.
looks good. All right, cool. So, for example, one will take you 30 minutes, the other one can take you an hour.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so and I feel like sometimes people don't understand that.
Right.
You know, it's like, dude, this shit took me a long time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and I mean, I'm hard on that because I'm just like I'm a Leo, so for me, I'm like I just
Oh
want
my
people to
gosh.
know my name, know who I am, like have something of mine. You know,
Yeah,
that's why I do it. So I'm like, let me do that,
right.
and then I'm just like making the pieces, and I'm like, oh my god, like each piece will take me an hour and a half, no matter what.
Oh wow.
Especially after I've done it for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But like if I do something new for the first time or like a request for something that I've never done, it can take me anywhere from 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because not only do I got to find an image, make sure it works for me to create layers, and then I got to figure out like where goes what, how big, like how many layers in between.
Right.
So I jip myself a lot. But again, because I'm a Leo and I'm like, I just want people to have my stuff. Like, take it, please.
Yeah.
You know, so. But I've had feedback, too, from customers that are like, dude, no.
Right.
This is not. You're charging way too less.
Yeah, you're undercharging.
So I'm just like, yeah, but you want it. And you're taking it.
But you're gonna pay for it, right?
So that's why I
He's
do
like,
this.
but you bought two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm like, it leaves you options. you see.
Yeah, no. I think too. I think we struggle with that too, where we feel bad when we have to up our pricing, or we want to. People always tell us like, that's how much you charge for a certain item. You should be charging this, and
Yeah.
we look at each other like, really? Like, I don't know. We don't want to do that because our goal was always to offer like T-shirts for a cheaper price.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
growing up, I hated going to Hot Topic. Like, not to name drop, I love Hot Topic, sponsor me. But it was like $30 for a tee.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I could never afford that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's always been my goal when we started the company. Is like keep it as affordable as possible.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
But so I definitely can relate to that, where you don't know what to charge because you feel bad. You're like,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a learning curve. We're been trying to learn because you want to. Everything's going up. Price is going up.
Yeah.
Cost of living is going up.
Yeah.
So you're trying to learn how to balance that. So I definitely feel you with that. That's
Yeah.
hard. That's
It's always
tough.
because we were shoppers before we even did this.
Yeah.
So like we would go to events and spend a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like, I wanted more, but I
Yeah.
only had this much.
Right.
So I'm like, I want it to be affordable because I
Yeah.
want people
Right.
to be like, I want this, and then I want all this stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
You
You don't want to pick and choose.
Yeah, I'm like, take
Yeah.
everything.
Right.
But How long have you guys been doing this? How long has it been around?
So officially, we're coming up on our 2 years. April 19th, 2021 is when we officially announced Little Cute
shop.
Horror Creations is gonna be a thing. But all of 2020, we were doing just cups. I was doing cups. That's how
Yeah.
I started.
Yeah.
So I was doing cup orders for my coworkers just as a little extra side hustle.
Yeah.
I mean, I worked for Amazon for a
Okay.
year. It was worst year of my life. So I did that,
the
and I
night
was just
shift.
like, what can I do? I need some extra money. I want out of this bitch.
Yeah.
I do not want to be here anymore. And so that's just what it was. We were just like, okay. So the idea and everything started in 2020, but then 2021 is when we officially were like, we're going to do a business.
Oh, nice.
Like we wanted to get serious about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And actually go out there and vend and stuff like that.
Right.
He said everything was just from the house, and said all his coworkers had a cup of his, and then he's like, "Well, no one's gonna buy any more cups. Everyone has one." So
Yeah,
he's like,
I
"I
was
gotta
like,
go out now."
I'm done.
Right.
Got to
And do a
cater
little
to the new
more.
crowd.
I even had to make some butterfly stuff. I was like,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I guess.
Have you always been a fan of Halloween and horror and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
Is that kind of what you said? Fuck it, I really like this. Let me just
Yeah.
bring it from here and start creating.
Yeah, absolutely. As a kid, I've always loved Halloween because it was a different world.
Right.
And it was here living in the streets and everyone dressed up, and my little chunky butt wanted free candy. So I was like, this is for me, man.
Yeah.
This was made just for me.
Right.
So that has always interested me because I was like, I love the abnormal.
Right.
I don't really go to the beat of the same drum as everyone else. You know what I mean? I'll be that sheep way over there
Yeah.
while everyone's following, and I'm just like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, that appealed to me. So when we finally decided to adapt and change our whole lifestyle, because we were just the traditional,
Yeah.
the
October we put up
the
Halloween,
seasonal
Right.
Yeah.
So
April.
we call them seasonal.
And then
yeah.
we're like, you know what?
But it wasn't
F that.
until we
Let's
went
do
to
it.
Frank and Sons one day, and we stumbled upon a Spooksy Boo event
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
at the back of Frank and Sons, and I was like, oh my gosh, we're home.
There's
Right.
a community.
You know,
There's a
there's
whole
huge
community.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this is a lifestyle for
Oh,
people.
yeah.
And I'm like, that's okay. Somewhere we fit in. We
Yeah.
can fit in
Yeah.
with these people. And that was in 2018. And then we just started going to all the events. And then that's when he's like, you know what? Let's do
We're
it.
doing this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's do it. There's a crowd out there. And that's the one thing I feel like people outside of the spooky community don't understand or don't know, that there is a year-round
Right.
spooky
Yep.
audience.
Right.
Yes.
A lot of people have told us, you should try to do something other than spooky. You'd probably get a little farther. And I'm like, no. Show up to an event and then
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
all these people that are here.
Trust
You're
me.
like, you're here today, but next week I'm going to be over here doing the same thing, and the week after, same thing, and the week after,
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
And it's funny. It's funny you say that because, the first event that we threw on our own down in San Bernardino, I think you guys vended at that one, Wicked Fest in San Bernardino.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when we talked to that guy that runs the facility, he's like, "Wait a minute, you want to do a Halloween pop up in August?"
Yeah, it was July. It was July.
It was July.
Yeah.
Was it July? No, it was
It
August,
was
wasn't
July.
it?
August.
It was
It was
August.
hot.
It was
Hot
August.
as shit. and we were sitting there, my dad and I, talking to this old man, and we're like, "Dude, trust me, people are gonna come, man." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, he's like,
yeah.
"All right, okay,"
Sure.
So the day came, and I just will never forget his face
Yep.
when we opened those doors,
Mm-hmm.
and these people were flooding the building. He's sitting there
Yeah.
back there like,
What the hell?
"What is going on, dude?" And
Mm-hmm.
after that, it was just like, after that show, he's like, "Wow, like
Yeah.
this is a thing," and we're like,
Yeah.
"Dude, this is a thing." Like
Year round.
people,
Hardcore.
yes, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's a lifestyle for a lot of us. You know,
Yeah.
like we dress the way we dress year round. I got only horror T-shirts, and
yeah.
black, so it's a year round thing.
Right.
You know, and we were kind of well, no, we're not late bloomers because I've been doing it for a long time. But even before, when Wicked started, that's when it became more like, this is us. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah. I mean, like I said, in my room, it's like, obviously my wife likes Halloween too, but I have literally 2 display cases of pure
just
toys,
Halloween
horror toys, you
toys.
know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Which thankfully she's cool with,
Yeah.
because she has her little Harry Potter corner,
Yeah.
So we're just like, yo, we don't mix, so don't put your shit on my shit, like, we're good,
That's funny.
But yeah, that's how it is, though. It's a lifestyle.
I think
Yeah.
too, when we started this in the community too, and Anthony came to us with the idea, let's do a podcast. I'm like, well, why? Why did you want to do the podcast? Why did he want to do the podcast? That was my biggest thing. What are we going to talk about?
Right.
He was like, well, we always get those people asking us, like, how do you do this year round? Why? A lot of people don't know about it and don't know there's more of us that do this for a living year round. So that's always been our goal, is to talk about it.
Spread
and
awareness.
Spread
Yeah.
awareness. Bring
Yeah.
awareness to it. Like, this is literally year round. People do
Dude.
this year round.
Yeah.
And-
So that's our number one goal. You know?
And it still is. It still is our goal, and kind of explore the backgrounds of other vendors and how
Yeah.
how they started, because everybody has a very similar story, right?
Right.
Even though
Right.
we're a large community, you're
Right.
still at the end of the day, you're different than your average Joe.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, because you're only thinking. I'm sorry, like for us, I just told them I'm ready for Horror Nights. They're like, dude, we're in March, but I'm like, I don't give a shit. They're already building. Like I'm that nerd that's on YouTube. Like, oh shit, there's tents already. They blocked it off.
Yes.
Like that's me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And I'll send them stuff like, hey, there's like a thing going on over here. We should go check it out. Like, because
We can look at it from the top of the escalators going down.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's me, but that's it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So it's always it's still gonna remain our goal to spread awareness, and thankfully it's working. People actually listen. Thank you guys. But
Yeah, hi.
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Hi.
And so it's working. People
Yeah.
are listening, and the people more and more are like, wow, yeah, this is a thing. Like just this month alone, we've been on the go for 3 weeks straight.
Yeah.
Next week we'll make 4 weeks straight, and
Yep.
guess what? After next week we'll have 2 more. So that's 6 weeks straight
There you go.
of events. Of
Yes.
Halloween events in March.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's just a small glimpse of what we're doing,
Yeah, literally people in the community, like, I don't think we think like normal people.
Right.
No.
Because just today, like, before we came up, I ran to get some materials. I'm in Joann's and I'm walking and I'm like, Easter. And I'm like, I can't wait for the Halloween shit. Man.
Right.
And then I'm like, and all these seasonal people are going to snatch it up. I got to leave the house just to get what I want.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
like, it's just it's a whole, like, it's literally a lifestyle. Like, you don't even think about anything else.
Yeah.
I'm constantly like,
That's why for us, like,
In a
it's so
funk.
funny you mentioned that, because they'll text everybody like, "Hey, these people already put their shit out. You better go look."
Yeah.
Because
Dude,
you already
yeah.
know them seasonals come out. You're like, "Fuck, they bought it all."
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
Like, snatch
Yeah.
everything.
And then
You
they'll
know?
post about it like, oh, Target has these super cute Halloween things. And
Yeah.
everyone's talking about like, bro, that would have been cute on my kitchen year round. You just
Yeah.
want it for the
Exactly.
month.
Yeah.
No one can get it.
Exactly.
Because they made like 4 of them.
Right.
Yeah, literally.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like Home Depot with them skeletons.
Oh, right.
Dude.
Why the hell you're not making a million of them?
Exactly.
Wait, we got the wolf. Barely.
Yeah, I
Barely,
guess.
but we got it. That was a
Barely got
mission.
it, Yeah.
Thanks to Andy over here. His guy was like, "Hey, dude." Da, 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 da. And then we shot him to another Home Depot. He's like, "Bro, we're getting this one." This was on the sales floor. He helped the manager tear it down. Yeah, and I'm like,
That's my
Andrew,
last one.
I was like, Andrew, put the manager on the phone. We're getting a fucking discount, dude. Like, and he's like, we're not gonna get it. I said, we're getting a discount, and sure enough, we got a discount.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
People always like, can we buy that off of you? Like, hell no. You know how hard it was
Oh,
to
you
get
say
one
no?
of
I
those?
was just like, yeah, $2,000.
Right?
Oh.
Shit. Hey.
Imagine that they're like, okay. I'm like, okay,
I know
you gotta
you're-
tear it down. I'm not helping you.
I know you're gonna be like, hurry up before everyone else comes.
For real.
I'm in trouble.
Jess would just be like, I'll just buy another one,
You guys
guys.
are gonna walk in and you'll be
It's
like,
gone.
where's the werewolf? Jess is
She's like, check it out. The door was open when I got here. We got robbed.
She's holding up 2K.
I messed up
She's
the
like,
store a little bit.
She's all like,
Oh
you see
my
this?
I
This
have
is where it's at."
$2,000.
I'm sure she would.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
where were we?
See, this is the
Oh, crap,
problem.
I don't know.
It's the problem. We go off tangent. It's
Sorry.
okay. It's okay.
That's okay.
So going back to your cups, I know when we first saw you guys at the Witch's Brew, I don't know how long that was.
Long time ago.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
We were neighbors, and we saw that's when you guys still had some cups out. And other than cups, what other products do you guys offer now? I know your frames are huge. Is that all you guys offer now?
So, Our cups definitely have taken like a back burner
Mm-hmm.
because I don't like the vinyl. I get bubbles and my whole night's ruined and I'm
Yeah.
just done. So I'm like, this is a hassle.
Yeah.
So what we've kind of done, because my manager boss wife over here is like, you need cups.
Yeah.
So we kind of use those as like you would use a sticker, like a filler, just to kind of
Yeah,
add to
yeah.
the table.
Mm-hmm.
But I've cut the designs. They're like super simplistic. They're still really cool,
Yeah.
And I was like, cut the price, cut the design. I'll make them that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Layers, don't even bring that. I'm not
Don't
doing
bring it up. It's a no.
I'm good.
Yeah.
He's like one color.
Yeah.
Right. You
Yeah,
bring
literally
anything else
it's
to the
one
table.
color.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I'm
bro.
like, and I have to be able to do it at the end when I'm done making the bread over here.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
that's like whatever.
You bring the butter last.
Yeah, I'm like,
Right.
so I still do those. Our shadow boxes, we do them in 3 different sizes. I didn't have any of the bigger ones, but so we have our mini 5x7s.
Okay.
Our medium size is our 8x8s. And then we also do a 12x12 size,
wow.
which is the biggest that we go. Definitely the bigger they get, they're not necessarily easier either, but it's easier for me to put them together because
Yeah.
I'm just like my big old hands making a 5x7. I'm like crunch. I'm like son of a bitch. Let's
Right.
cut
Right.
it again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I was gonna say because if you bend one or
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a bend in the paper, shit's gonna look off, right?
I've had 2. This is how much it bothers me. I've had 2 people. They're like, there's a fold here, and I'm like, it's paper. This hand put the paper together. So I'm sorry.
Right.
Right.
I'm human.
My kid is like, I want a snack. What?
Ben.
Bend. So it is what it is. I'm
Right.
sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't fix it.
You're like on the point of a mental breakdown every
I'm
time. I
telling
can
you.
feel it.
I need my jacket, dude. My stray jacket and padded walls is what I need.
Yeah.
Vacation.
I want to be in your room with you when you're making these boxes. Could
No.
you imagine when something goes wrong when he's putting
No.
No, when he loses the smallest piece, he's like, I try to help him. He goes, don't move. And there's all these scraps of paper on the floor. Like, how are you supposed to find anything?
Yeah.
He's
You're like,
I
that's
know,
gone.
though. I
And
know
he'll be
where
like,
it's
I
at.
found it. And it's like the smallest piece of paper. And he's like, I'm done.
And it's like the eye.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
The
I
most-
need this piece.
Like,
Yeah.
it's crucial. Like,
Yeah.
that's the one piece you
Yes.
can't lose.
Yes, yes.
But it's like, so I do that so much. And then we do have like, I make Audrey 2 plants. It's like a total 3D, like from Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're big musical people. That's how we met, doing musicals. So we make those because I've always loved Audrey 2. Like the Venus flytrap
Yeah.
that eats people. I'm like, I'm there for it. And like in high school, I was part of that production. So I'm like, this is even better. you know?
Yeah.
So every once in a while, I'll bring those out. The only thing, they're probably like as big as this cup. Maybe a little bigger.
Right.
Each one takes me 4 hours,
Oh.
no matter what.
Yeah.
And I can't, I've tried, I was like, I'm knocking it out. And I'm like, how long did it take? She's like 4 hours.
Yeah.
So it
He's
literally,
like, I can't speed it up anyway. But
which actually turns into like 8 hours when I'm with my kids.
yeah.
So it's not a consistent 4 hours either. It's
Right.
like 30 minutes. Oh, I got to go feed the kids. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like,
Oh, man.
it turns into like
I
8
guess you're
hours.
hungry.
So that's why, like, every once in a while, like, if I'm good and I have everything made, I'm like, dude, I have time for Audrey's. Let's make them.
Yeah.
I'll stress out to the very last second right before a show, but I'll have some.
Yeah.
So we're kind of playing on some ideas with that too, just to like bring some more stuff. But that's why like our name too kind of doesn't necessarily say we do one thing. You know what I mean? Like if I would have named it like Spooky
Shadow Box
Cubs.
Creations.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
Then,
right.
you know, people are going to expect that.
Right.
But we are just like little cute horror creations. So it's
Right.
like we could literally bring anything we
Right.
want.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? So
I think definitely though you've created your staple.
Definitely.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
like the shadow boxes is
Yeah.
when I think of you guys, like I said, I completely forgot about the cup thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when
Yes.
I think of you
Sake
guys
ice
now, I wanted to see it.
that is our little, and that was one of my first ones too that
Oh,
I
wow.
made. So now they're kind of a little more better.
Yeah.
I've grown a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're listening on Spotify, guys, you can watch on YouTube and you can see the shadow boxes on our table and
Right.
some of the pieces that they brought, so you can check that out. We were trying to plug that in, huh?
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
Check it out on YouTube. Like and subscribe.
Our YouTube people are tough,
Oh,
man.
man, YouTube's hard.
And that's crazy. I love YouTube, like
Yeah.
podcasts.
Me too.
I don't know why I like to watch people.
I love watching this. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
You know, because you
I
get to
enjoy
see
it.
your face and everything.
Right, the
Like,
reaction.
Yeah. And I think that's why we spend so much time watching and like cracking up. That's
Right.
why I'm like, with the whole like, shut her mic off. I was like, yes, this shit, you cannot
And
pay this.
That when we were filming that one, I was trying to like under the table, I was like
Yeah, she
smacking
was
her. I was like,
smacking
shut up,
me.
like, shut up, you know, because she was coughing so hardcore.
Dude, it's
And
not my
it's
fault.
funny because throughout the day she was okay, but as soon as these mics came on, she was on like coughing up a lung.
Yes.
So I'm looking at her like, you know, and I don't know if I'm sure the camera picks up on it. So I'm like, oh my! I don't really look into the camera. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I find it. I'm still not used to it. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's only
But
been 8 months.
It's only been 8
it's
months, right?
hysterical though. Like honestly, I'm like, I live for this.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely like
know,
the
yeah,
the raw material, like where it's just you guys being
Us
you.
bickering.
Yeah.
I know we
They're
were
like us fighting.
we were neighbors to Toxic Doom this weekend, and
Oh, yeah.
we would bicker back and forth throughout the day, and they'll just laugh at us, and or they'll be like, "I'm like, this is literally how we are,
Yeah.
24/7. We work together 24/7. I see her Monday through Saturday, sometimes Sundays. You know, like we don't get away from each other.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's how it is. It's cutthroat around
It's
here.
real. This is real.
This
This is
is
real,
real.
yeah. It's not
Yeah.
scripted like people think it might
Right,
be.
right.
I mean, obviously we have like a,
A layout.
You have a
Oh,
just-
yeah.
layout. Yeah.
Question.
but other than that, you know what I mean? It's real unscripted. and
Half
you
the
just
time,
go
I'm like,
at it.
meet me in the fucking parking lot, bro.
That's what
I'm
happened
about
this
done.
past weekend. We were telling, who were we telling? Liz from Stitch Little Devils.
Oh yeah.
We told her, we were
Oh,
telling her
yeah.
that we actually were fighting in the back. Like Ashley was like, "Get up!" Like I'm tired of you. So I got up and we started fighting.
Yeah.
And she swears I socked her in the ear, and I was like, "Didn't punch
She
her."
socked, guys. She punched me in the
I did
fucking
not.
ear.
No, I didn't.
So
I punched her in
She's-
her ear, but she
she's-
had me in a headlock. So I went and got her in a headlock. So we were just like,
yeah.
It was
like
great
this.
entertainment.
This is like the spooky Kim Kardashian fight.
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
Yeah, and it's funny because my best friend, she's always like, "You guys need to film a reality TV show."
Yeah, she
Because
says that.
like she's like the amount of stuff going on over there, it's ridiculous.
Oh,
I'm like, yeah, I know.
There's always something.
Always.
GoPro, get a GoPro, and
set
just
it up.
We're
upload that
just gonna
shit.
strap it to our head for a week and
Yes.
see what we get.
Yes.
We've thought about like for the podcast, for sake of podcasting and all that, like put in little clips of like our day, like what do we do? But then we need, Andy over here to
Andy.
follow us around and do this and that.
Just
Yeah.
record on your phone.
Yeah.
I can imagine, like,
Katie's
hey
gonna
guys,
have
today.
It's gonna be like Maury Povich over here, guys.
Yeah, yeah, dude. It gets rough around here. Trust me, especially because like we bounce off each other. So it's like, hey,
Yeah.
you need to do this in order for me to do this. Like
Yeah.
I have to print the stickers in order for her to cut the stickers. So she'll be like, hey, did you print that out? I'll be like, well, did I have fucking time? You know?
Yeah, you
Like, it gets crazy.
Does
and then
it
he
look
did,
like I did?
right? Or he'll be like, do we have wood product? I'm like, does it look like we have wood product? Like, look, you know? It just
It's
gets
a process, dude,
Yeah.
for everything, and it's kind of ridiculous. There's a lot of us. It's 3 of us that everybody sees at all the shows, and then there's our little big brother,
Little big
and our
brother.
dad, But
Yeah.
like for example, one product which would be the wooden items is kind of like our staple, I guess.
Yeah.
Everybody touches it. It's crazy. Everybody here, except for Andrew, everybody touches it. And because I used to do all the cutting, and
Yeah.
then my dad came in. He's like, "Dude, you could just do it with this," and bam, he started cutting them out. I was like, "You're cutting them now. They came
Yeah.
out better."
Yeah.
So now he cuts them. I grab them, fine them down, or sand them down. Whatever we got to do. Paint them. After paint, we keep going. All right. Shoot them down to Jess and Ashley. They put the decals on. All right.
She cuts the decals.
Now it's time for.
I place the decals, and then it goes back to my dad. He puts the hardware. And comes
So,
back
dude,
to me
it
because I
is
pack them.
It's a process.
Jesus.
So everybody touched that
Yeah.
damn
Not
item.
gonna lie though, I'm jealous
Yeah.
because in our business, I'm
Here
like,
it
I'm
goes.
cutting, I'm putting it together, cleaning the frame. Does this
Slaving
look
away.
good? And I go, does this look good? She goes, well, and I'm like, well, fuck, here we go.
He asks me, so I
You
give
know,
him.
You're like,
so-
lie.
I'm like,
I
can you
found
put
them.
our logo stickers on the back of these? And she's like, yeah, I'll do that. And
Day
I'm like,
of.
no, like right now.
Yeah.
Come on. Like I have a good thing going. Put the stickers on.
Yeah.
I don't care if it has nothing to do with what I'm doing. I need them on. She's like, yeah, I'm tired. And I get it,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah,
He's
I'm
like,
a little
he's
jelly.
like, I get
passing
it, but I
around.
don't.
He's like,
Yeah.
oh, sounds too tough. Fuck you guys.
I'm still like assembly line. Shit.
yeah.
I wish.
That's like the only thing though, other than like stickers. Ashley prints it, but I'm still there. Like
Cutting it.
she doesn't even help me put the laminate on anymore. Like we used to do that. Now I use my mouth. I put it
Okay.
in my mouth. I'm like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. 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 It's funny.
Anyways, back to them, man.
Yeah, back
know,
to you
man.
guys. Sorry.
Shit.
Sorry. See, we already answered. So Halloween, how did that become a passion for you guys? I know you went back and talked about how you love trick-or-treating and the community and the vibe of it.
Candy.
The candy. And for you, what was your awakening to, like, yeah, this is what I want to, this is the community I want to be in. Like, so what was your first?
I mean, the same. I grew up loving spooky, anything spooky, Halloween. Because growing up, we always had like a haunted house and stuff
okay.
like that with my cousins and stuff, and it was super cool. So I don't know. I just feel like Halloween always was like the opportunity for you to be who you wanted to be.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like all the people at school, you know,
Yeah.
who you
gotta
couldn't
dress
really
up.
be a cheerleader, but yeah, you dressed up as a cheerleader for
Right,
Halloween because it was
right,
okay.
right. Yeah.
So I loved that, and
Bad
like
example.
me because I dressed up as a cheerleader. Okay?
Oh God, I did not know that.
I never made it as to tryouts. Okay.
Okay.
But I feel like it was an opportunity, like you know, you get to be who.
Express yourself even further.
Yeah. And like, you know, we have a friend who we've known for years, and she's like, I just started seeing your guys' stories, your shop, the events. She's like, now I'm going to the events. And she's like, now I want to be spooky all year too, because
Yeah.
this is what I've always wanted to be. And I never realized it was like a normal thing
Oh, yeah.
out there in a crowd. And I'm like, that meant a lot to us. Like,
Oh yeah.
for her to feel like she became her real self,
Yeah.
you know.
And
Yeah.
welcome.
We were those people for her.
For someone, you were
was
that
someone-
stepping stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
I get emotional though.
Yeah. You know,
It's the Leo in you.
It is.
Yes,
It's
he
because
gets
It's annoying.
super
Leo, so I know
emotional.
Yeah.
Super
I know your
emotional.
personality. Like
I could be there, man. I'll be like, yo, come on, let's go. But then I'm like, oh,
Crying.
that was mean.
That though, I mean, that's got to feel real good though. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like when somebody tells you that, right? I mean,
Yeah. Like we opened their eyes to.
Those
To
are the
the
moments that
community.
we really live for.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
when
100%.
that happens, I'm just
100%.
like, this is why
it's
I
all
do
worth it.
Yeah.
It's all worth it. You know, it's kind of, you know, back to fucking changing up the subject again. But
Oh, man.
going based off of that, though, it's like when somebody tells you they watch the podcast or they love the shop or they love the show you through, it's like, God, who cares how we did? You know what I mean? Like, it was
Right.
legit. If that one person
Yes.
just watched this, it's
Yes.
worth it.
Exactly.
You know? And that's kind of what lit us up even more, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah.
I was super motivated for today, even though I'm tired as hell because we just had the weekend happen. And like I said, we've been going out 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Shout out
just-
to Horrorville Halloween Depot.
Yeah,
Yes.
for real.
It was a
Thanks,
great event.
thanks for
We
having
were
us.
there.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
were there supporting.
Great event, you know, great people, Tony, Jess, everybody out there, man, just good. And just the amount of people that talked about the podcast. You know, it's like, it's so, that right there, I was just like, don't even, yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah.
You know, we got to schedule tomorrow 7, because before it was like, damn, all right, we got to be ready. Because you got to mentally prepare yourself
Yeah.
to,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
for this stuff. And
Absolutely.
But after that, it's like, dude, like, yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, we're good. We could do it, you know, because everybody's tired.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, we could do it. You
I
know,
was
we
tired
got-
from going to that one. I was like, I got home and I'm like, don't talk. Like, everyone leave me alone in the room. I just
That's
need
at
to
least,
lay here.
what is that, an hour and 45 for you?
It was like
Yeah,
2 hours.
It was like 2
almost.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There and back.
Oh my.
So it was
Yeah, I
4
was-
hours to be there for an hour and a half. And I'm like,
You're all like, where did we go?
I'm dead. Like, did we work?
I gotta
Yeah.
say though,
Yeah.
I gotta say, you guys are good at shopping.
Do you see our holes?
I
I swear, I'm like, oh my god.
hey,
That's why we have
Luckily
a
you
problem.
when
Luckily
I
we got a
see
show
you
to-
guys, when
next
I see
weekend.
you guys at a show, I'm like, oh, vendors are gonna love it today.
Yeah.
Because you guys support hard.
Oh yeah, and
You
it's
know?
like
We've
even
always
though
been
we see
shoppers
like
and-
everyone, you know, all of our favorite shops, almost every other weekend. I'm like, I don't care. They just
Right.
released that shit yesterday,
Right,
so I'm
right,
getting
right.
it on Saturday.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
that's
And-
the
But
one
I'm gonna
thing.
get my fingers on it for everyone else. Though.
Yeah.
Oh, and they
Yeah.
take advantage. Like I said, I seen him at the
I mean,
end of Saturday.
Monster
He was
Posse
like,
shirts.
I mean, yeah.
Every time that Monster Posse has released a shirt, I'm there
You're
like
jumping.
that weekend. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, new shirt. Hi guys, just wrap it up. This
Yeah.
one especially,
yeah,
because I'm
just
home
got
with
that
the
one.
kids, so I'm like, this spoke to me.
right.
Robin Jess, huge shout out on this shirt because I'm like, this is my life right here.
He's like, I need that
Children
one.
are great. They're tasty. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally just picked that one up too.
yeah.
She
Like,
has
I
on
felt it.
our hoodie that we just made this week.
Yes, I told her I've
Nice.
been wanting a hoodie that I
Or
can
the
just
zip-up.
throw on.
I have that hoodie
yeah,
too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I have a hoodie like pullovers, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to.
She put it on. She's like, it's cute, right? I love it. And I'm
well
like,
with the Brad
yes.
Brackett shirt.
She's like, I love this.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I'm like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Exactly
like,
what I
like I said,
wanted.
we were shoppers
Oh,
before we
you're still
when we
shoppers.
opened it,
Yeah,
and now it's
Yeah,
even
like
worse.
It didn't stop.
Because you have
Because-
you're
yeah,
exclusive to this
Like
stuff
I'm
now.
like I cannot leave the booth.
yeah.
Like I try so hard to stay there because if not, I'm like they got the new shirt. I need
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Did you see that over there?
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
I'm always like, I cannot have enough shit.
Right.
My room, don't even like. It's a mess.
Yeah.
But it's
we even think about
everywhere.
moving. I'm like,
I know.
where
I'm
do
like, we can't
start?
move.
Right.
Because
know.
what am I gonna do with all my
So much
stuff?
everywhere.
Right. Right. Yeah. No, I mean, but trust me, I'm sure vendors really appreciate it when you're like,
Yes.
you know, because you guys are really, they do. I'm telling you, I don't think I've ever seen you not show up to a show without minimum 4 bags in your hand.
Oh yeah.
He always, Gabe is like
yeah.
loaded.
It's her though. She's
I
always
know.
like,
He goes, you know, these are all your bags. I'm like, really?
yeah. At Horrorville, you saw all
You're
our bags at
lying.
Horrorville. I bought one thing.
But like, his one
Okay.
item costs as much as like everything.
Doesn't
that I
matter.
already
We're not
had.
talking about cost. We're talking about
It was
bags.
an expensive doll. Like his doll was expensive.
I have a
Right.
collection. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
I'm a
Oh, you
collector.
did buy the
The witch.
Yeah.
The little witch doll.
That's the one you
Yeah.
picked up. The one from
The scary
Halloween
one?
Depot.
Oh, the
Yeah.
little babies.
The little babies.
Yes, I have 3 of
So
them.
cute. I was gonna get one, but I didn't.
She was like,
But we did get a new. We
you
have
were
a new
walking
member.
around. They just let you walk with it?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, it's
Yeah,
because
shout
I
out
told
to
her. I told Tony's wife, I was like, if you see her run, tackle her.
Yeah.
And she's like, I mean, okay.
We actually have a new member to the podcast right behind me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, shout out to-
Angel of
yeah,
Death
shout
Creations.
Shout out to Angel of Death Creations.
Yup.
So he's gonna be out back here chilling now.
We're hoping to get some more of these
He's
guys.
our.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
I was
mascot.
actually walking with him at the show, and you know how it gets crowded and there's no parking. So I was
Yes.
walking with the doll, and there's a car following me.
Oh.
And she rolls down her window. She's like, "Are you leaving?" I was like, "No, sorry."
Just
She's
putting
like,
the
"I
baby
already
in
drove
the
around
car.
twice," and I was like, "Well, I'm sorry, I'm not
Down the
leaving."
street.
And then another car pulled up, and they turned on their blinker, and I closed the door, and I locked it, and they started walking away.
Rude.
They're like,
Anyway, Angel of Death, yeah, he has a bunch of these characters. He has a Michael. He has
Oh,
a
yeah.
Leprechaun.
Yeah.
You know, he's super.
I grabbed a Grinch for Christmas.
Oh, did
at
you?
Arts.
Grinch.
Well,
Okay.
Danny gifted it to me.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
I was like,
That's
because I was
so sweet.
alone at that event at Arts right
Yeah.
before
So?
Christmas.
Uh-huh.
Kids were sick, so I'm like, you stay home. I know you're tired.
Right.
And so I was just sitting there all by myself. And then Danny's like, here, I know you wanted this. And I was like,
A little baby.
no, I'm not alone, guys. So I'm like there, like,
Yeah.
they feel like babies. Like,
Right.
they would be
Yeah.
the ones from Halloween Depot, that is legit like a baby.
Right.
"Yeah."
Like the head has hair on it, and I'm like, ooh, this is
It's
like
like this is so ugly.
realistic.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm like
need it.
obsessed.
That was you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
She
should
was
have bought
holding
it. Now I
she-
regret
She
it.
was holding it. She was caressing.
You
it, and I
gotta
was
get
like,
'em.
Yeah.
"What are you doing?"
Right.
She
Right.
literally grabbed it, and I seen her, and she was like,
And I'm like, I don't have a
Yes.
real one.
No,
So
you.
cute.
I literally like the first time I held it, I was like, holy shit, this is like one of the kids. Like I gotta hold the head properly, you
Right.
know, and then it has hair, and I was like, this is
That's
creepy, but I
nuts.
love them.
Yeah, but those who don't know, Angel of Death actually built most of the stuff for Art Sideshow as far as like the
the setup,
Yes.
the
the
setups and stuff. So
the
real
scenes.
good guy, man. Real good guy.
Yeah.
Very
So
talented,
talented.
along with his family. You know, so everybody go check him out whenever you get a chance. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that he came from there, and we're hoping to get like some more
A couple
family
more,
members.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Oh, yeah.
it's just a cool little thing to have.
It's funny because we're like, oh, man, we spent so much money already. Like, do we need it But I'll fucking eat it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I mean, you
First
can
of all,
decorate the
she
store.
said we. That was Ashley.
Ashley was like,
She literally
I
said like
really
this,
like the
"Fuck it."
ghost face. But which one do you want, Michael or ghost face? After she said,
Yeah.
I really like the ghost face.
Same with
Okay,
me.
ghost
And
face.
then there was I saw that he only had one left. And
Yeah.
I'm the type of person like, okay, that's fucking
Peer
mine.
pressure.
And then I'm like,
Yeah.
Anthony, let me go grab the cash.
Yeah,
Don't
she-
leave
yeah, no,
that
no, no.
one there, because if someone grabs it while I'm gone, I'll be mad.
She was like, "Tell her we want that one. I'll be back."
Yes.
I was like, "Shit, all right."
No, you have to though. Like,
Yeah.
especially with like creations like that, it's
Yeah.
like you cannot.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I'm like, I'm doing my first lap. Don't do your first lap. Some shops will not
Have it.
when you
When you
come
go
back,
back.
because they are so amazing. So many people want them.
Yeah.
You better grab that when you can.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, I want a Michael, and I'm like, he wasn't there on Saturday, so
Right.
otherwise I would have been walking around with a
yeah.
Michael too.
Right.
I would have had a Michael and the new baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Adding kids to the collection.
yeah, I'm like, my kids want siblings. I'm like, you got these little babies up on the wall.
Oh yeah, we got 3
Play
right
with
here.
them.
Yeah.
What's up?
Give them a couple hours in the middle of the night, they'll come alive. Go
Oh,
for it.
shit.
Oh, shit.
Let's not go to their house, all right?
For real.
No.
I sage monthly, guys, on the first.
There we go.
I got to do it.
Yeah.
I do the egg on everyone too. We're good.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Are
Good.
you guys Hispanic?
We are.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys know then.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny because we made it a thing on the last podcast. You know what I mean?
What?
Like, you know, Hispanic families, you know,
Yeah.
are all into that stuff, and
Yeah.
you know, the egg or the cleansing or
Right,
whatever, you know.
right.
The Ouija board.
So the Ouija board. Well, you was raised not to do it, you know.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm sure you guys. are-
This one's like, I wanna. Maybe we should. And I'm like, no,
I'm like, I just,
absolutely
Some
not.
of them are really nice. I just want them to like display.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
you know,
I will.
I'm
I'll
not
tell
trying
you.
to talk to nobody.
Talk
Until
I'm
it starts
good.
moving.
Talk to Roast the Dead Coffee about their Ouija board. You know, they have some great experiences
over there.
and stuff. So,
We're there too much. I don't want to go down. And be like,
oh yeah,
Jen and Elise, really?
yeah. It's fun. They got
What
some
are you
stuff, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, where are we at?
What's your guys' future goals for your products?
Future goals. I mean, I think we, like Anthony said, we found our niche. Like, we're just gonna keep trying to bring new products, like
Right.
new boxes and stuff. Something big for us is in a couple of weeks. You know, I got the order in, so I got to make it. But you will officially be able to find our products inside of Art Sideshow.
Oh, nice.
So-
I was just about to ask if you guys do like wholesale or do anything like that yet.
Yeah, we do now.
Nice.
We've done our first official one with Art and Vanessa. So that was a big future thing
Yeah.
that we had thought of,
Yeah.
but
It's
you
happening.
know, they made it come true. So big shout out to Art and Vanessa. You
Good
guys
people down there
making
love
dreams
Art and
come
them.
true, man, with the horror stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so you know, it's just last year we really hit the ground running. Like, we were doing every event that we could get our hands on and that would let us in, we were doing it. Like, we wanted to get out there, we wanted to build our name. So we hit the ground running and we didn't stop. And then when I finally stopped, I was like dying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, next year, no, like, I cannot do this. But it did pay off, you know,
Right.
Yeah,
and we
no,
could
it did.
see that, like, we grew as a company, as
Right.
a business.
Definitely.
So I was like, it was worth it 100%. But this year, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm exploring, you know, different things and stuff like that. The wholesales, you know, it's a lot of work, but it's like, dang, I could do this and stay home
Right.
this weekend. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I
Right.
can put a break in between shows
Definitely.
now,
Right.
rather than me being like, I need to
Burnt
do
out,
4.
yeah.
So that is my big thing. We also launched our website this year,
Oh,
which is
yay.
another big thing for us because, like I said, we want everyone to have our products. So
Right.
we just want anyone to be like, I mean, we would be 2-3 o'clock in the morning and wake up and be like, I'm gonna shop really quick, you know, like.
Yeah.
Right.
So we want it to be available at all times. Because normally at shows, we'll only bring one of everything in our wheelhouse because I like to give options
Right.
rather than me just duplicating the same one over and over, you know, that I know is going to sell.
Right.
So I'm like, no, I'm going to give options.
Yeah.
And a lot of our customers are always like, okay, I'm taking one for sure. And I'm like, cool. And they're like, but I got to look because you've got some options here. And I don't know which one I want, you know,
Yeah.
and that's what I want. I'm like, I
wanna
want you
have
to
those
see them.
options,
So
yeah.
that's why I'm always like, you know what, let's take one of each.
Yeah.
But we bring a lot.
Right.
So
Yeah.
there's still a lot of choices there.
I think, like I said, I'm definitely, and I'm no one to be like, oh, I'm so impressed with you guys, but this is definitely something so different than I've seen. You know what I mean? As far as the shot or this stock, because I have shadow boxes,
Yeah.
but not like with artwork that are 3D like this, and
Right.
and you know, so it's so different. And that's why I feel like it's gonna work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's working, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because more and more now, you guys are at more events. You're the bigger shows, and which
Oh, yeah.
you should be, because again, it's so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you don't
It's
see
awesome.
it's different than like a poster or picture, or you know,
Right.
because again, it's more of that 3D art that
Yeah.
overall turns into that image,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
definitely something where I'm like I'm very blown away by it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well, we appreciate that because, I
for
mean,
sure.
we acknowledge the fact that we're not the only people that do shadow
Right.
boxes.
Right.
But each person out there that's doing the shadow boxes, they have their own style, you
Right.
know? And
Right.
luckily, we found ours.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's kind of like, you know, I don't even look at that. I'm just like, oh yeah, they do shadow boxes too, and you know, in their style, and it's so cool. I appreciate other businesses that have the similar products. You know, I'm just like, dang. I'm like, I couldn't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I
right.
mean?
Right.
And then I'm sure when they look at my piece, they're like, this is a lot of work. And I'm
Right.
like,
Right. Right.
It is, I know.
Right.
But you
And,
know,
like,
so it's
I
like,
did it. I
yeah,
know.
it's like we acknowledge all that, you know, but it's like everyone has their own style, and
Yeah.
we were luckily enough to find ours
Yeah, to
fairly
find your niche.
quickly, and it's just taken off, and
That's awesome.
and we couldn't have asked for more. you know?
Yeah. That's
What was your
awesome.
guys' first event when you guys started doing events?
So we, what was it? I think we had like 49 followers or something. And Drastic, I don't know if you guys know who Drastic is.
No.
Well, she hit us up on Instagram and was like, hey, I'm doing this little event in Santa Ana. And it was like called Creeps Night Out, I think it was.
Oh, nice.
And it was like a zombie burlesque show that she put
Okay.
on.
Okay.
Super crazy because she was like ripping skin off of her and like instead of
crap.
like you know what I
Yeah.
mean, instead of
Yeah.
it being like lingerie, it was like her arm flesh or something.
Yeah.
Coolest thing ever. Well, we got invited to do that. That was like our first pop up. Mark was there from Bumpy, you know Bumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So he was there that day too. We didn't know him or anything like that.
We didn't know him like we do now.
Yeah, and I love him. So that was like our first vendor
Official show.
thing, I
Yeah.
guess you would say. And then after that was Witch's Brew. I said we were applying at that time and we weren't getting accepted anywhere.
Yeah.
But they were like, sure, like approved us. And we were
Yeah.
so excited because it was like during Halloween too
Yeah.
Right,
at
right.
the packing district.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that was the point where we were actually like, oh no, we just playing around here. Like this
Yeah.
ain't serious. You know what I mean? Because we're like, we can't get into anything. Like it's hard.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
We
hard.
didn't realize how hard it would be. And that's when like the shadow box idea took off even more because I was like, no, we need to offer something that's like
Exclusive.
bam, like someone is gonna be like, oh, this is cool,
Right.
you know. So like that was the point where we were kind of like, is this the right thing?
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to
Yeah.
do. And then like the Witch's Brew, Jackie, you know, let us go, and I was like, okay. So huge shout out to her too because literally after that is when we started gaining the correct momentum.
yeah,
So,
it just
like,
took off from there.
That was such an awesome show, and even then, I had like 4 or 5 little 5x7 shadow,
Right,
boxes
shadow
that were
boxes.
not to this like
Yeah.
standard at all. Like there was, in my opinion, because
Right.
I'm really hard on myself, they were not flashy at all. It was just
Oh.
like murk, you know. But that was like we were neighbors to Little House of Horrors. So Lacey and Matt were actually like our very first like friend in the community.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we were right next to them and we're fangirls. We still are. Like Monster Posse, like all you guys. Every time we like do a show, I'm like, okay, we're doing something right, you know?
Right.
So like that, I was just like, oh my god, all night. I was like, I can't believe we're next to them. I don't even
Yeah,
care,
we're
you
like all
know.
nervous, even go.
And
Like,
then like they came
ask for
over.
something
Yeah, I
or
was
prize or
like-
buy something.
I was like,
we're
go
like
buy
so nervous
something.
about it.
I
I
was
know.
like-
He's like, go buy something.
I was like, I want some stuff. We need to be friends with them. And then, you know, we started talking to them, and they were just so cool and so
That's
like
awesome.
encouraging.
Yeah.
Right.
So they really helped us reassure, like, yo, you can do this.
Right.
You know. So after that, I mean, even still, like, she has some of my first creations, and she's like, I can see your growth, but I'm like. Let me redo that for you.
Right,
You're
right,
like, let
right.
me take it back. I can use the same frame. The shadow box is
I'm
fine.
like, I'll hook it
Right.
up. Let me hook it up.
I think it's funny because everybody has that stepping stone, like that
Yeah.
stepping friend, you know, like you can do it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like for us,
Yeah.
it's we were lucky enough that Monster Posse was that for us. You know, when we met them, we were like, we had a table with no canopy type of thing. And I don't know where the hell we went wrong there without the canopy because we all got sunburned. But and they talked to us like we've known each other forever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
after that, like it was just like, man, like
Yeah.
they took, you know, they were just so good to us. So it's
Yeah.
like boom, and we just kept going and going with it. So and same with you with your story and your first vendor buddy and
Oh yeah,
you know,
because at first we were like, I feel like people were like, who are you guys? You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
So like, it wasn't like everyone was like, hey, give me a hug, welcome to
Right.
the community. I was just like,
everybody's kind of like filling you out, like okay, who are
yeah.
these
So
people?
I was like, is this how it really is?
Right,
Do I
right.
got to get Leo up in here or what? Like, I'm gonna be like, who are you? Huh? Even though I know who you are, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that kind of like scared us too a little bit. But then finally, like after that night, I was like, you know what, dude, we're gonna do this together. We're gonna stay true to who we are. We're gonna run our business the way that we want to run it.
Right.
And like still probably like almost 2 years later, we have not changed that
That's
mindset.
good. That's
once.
awesome.
That's awesome.
So, you know, we're just like, that's how you know that this is what we should be doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. I mean, like I said, like you just said it yourself. If you stay true to yourself and what you're doing, and stay with your style and your
Yeah.
approach, don't let nobody change that. You know,
Yeah.
because you guys have your own look, your own style,
Yeah.
your own everything. So I think that's the best way to do it. You know,
Yeah.
for sure.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you guys like to do for fun other than go shopping at these events? How do you guys like to unwind, get away from the work and the making the shadow boxes that drive you insane? You know.
We go to events.
Yeah. Without the kids.
With that,
Oh,
I know.
okay.
I know,
'Cause-
like we had the kids here for your guys' event
Yeah,
yeah.
recently, but it's like I love that there's other kids.
Right.
I love when the vendors bring their kids. You know,
Right,
they kind of
right.
just play together, and then that our kids are homeschooled, so
Okay.
they don't have friends at school or anything. So they're always like, I want to make friends. And
yeah,
Oh,
there
okay.
you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, let's go to an event, you know.
Yeah.
And it's nice when we're not working because
Right.
then we get to watch them.
Right.
it's kind of nerve wracking, you know, when we can't see them and stuff like that. But I love like everyone watches each other's kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's eyes all around them.
Yeah, yeah.
If anything were to ever happen or approach them, or in somewhat,
Right.
I know like a vendor would see
Right.
that or somebody, you know.
Yeah.
Especially
That's
like
how
your
she
guys
likes-
always have staff. I know
Oh, yeah.
I'm super paranoid, so
Yeah.
I'm always like, where are my kids? Do I see a tutu? Okay, do I see her at the top of my
Yeah.
daughter's
Right, right.
bun? Something that will give me a clue that they're there. But like I said, there's always staff, especially for your guys' events. There's always like staff around.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm like, there's really.
And it's relatable because, you know, we're Hispanic too. So I'm like, oh, those are cousins. You know,
Yeah.
they know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
it's hard. Like for her, that's her big joy, you know, and especially like taking the kids because she doesn't spend as much time with the kids. Me, I'm teacher, small business owner, cook, you know, the maid. We got a dog. Now I'm like dealing with that, and I'm like, I never escape it. So
Yeah.
like if I lay on the bed, my desk is right in front of it, and I'm just like. I need to work. I should be
Yeah.
working.
He
Why are
ro-
you laying down?
He's
Like,
all
what are you
looking
doing?
at his desk. He's like,
Yeah.
Literally.
Roll
And I'm
over.
just
Roll
like,
over.
I cannot, like, she'll be like, dude, just like leave it,
Relax.
leave it, and like come back. If I leave pieces all over my desk, it drives me insane. Like, I will have an anxiety attack and like curl up into a ball, and I'm like, I just want to put it together.
Right.
So when I start something, I have to finish.
Right.
Because all the pieces on the thing, I'm just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
this is gonna be a nightmare. Like, let's just get it together. Like,
Right.
come on. So I really try not to leave work. But it's hard because, like, it's
Right.
in my room. And then I don't want to leave my room.
You should put it like
'cause
in the
I'm
living
like,
room.
I
Yeah,
know. I know.
Something. I'm like, my daughter
I'm
don't
just
even
gonna throw a
sleep in
sheet
her
over it
room.
now.
I'm just going to be like, we're going to share, okay? So I can leave.
Yeah.
But then, too, like, at night, that's the only place that I can really work. Because I do a lot of late nights.
Right.
You guys will see me liking your shit at 3 a.m. And that's because I'm just unwinding from, like, having a few hours of work.
Yeah.
So for me, it's really like going out to the events, minus the kids. I love my kids, but they're monsters. They're like us in mini version, and I can't handle it.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
So
it's
funny.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So like for us going out without the kids. That's my like getaway, you know, and then I'm just like bullshitting with everyone.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I don't have to worry. Like I know my kids are safe at my grandma's. Like I'm good.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but too like we'll stay up late sometimes during the week and we'll like watch a show or like we're going through a series and she's like, okay, I can stay up for 2 episodes. I'm like, put that shit on. Let's go. So that's kind of like our little getaway too.
Right.
I'm still looking at my desk, but you know, it's like I
Yeah.
have that little break.
That to unwind.
Yeah,
That's cool.
and
definitely.
it's been really hard to like figure out how to get away from that.
Yeah.
Because I'm there.
That balance is hard.
Like I'm like 24/7. Okay, like I tell her I was like, it's different for you. You leave work and you're out of the office. Like,
Right.
you don't have to look at that shit if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Me, it's constantly telling me get to work. Like, what are you doing?
yeah.
And then I'm just like stressing out last minute because I wasn't working at that second.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I feel it. I understand. It's like it's gonna be all right.
Yeah. I mean, we always make it through. I don't know
Yeah.
how.
Yeah.
But it happens.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So where can people shop you guys, follow you guys? What's your Instagram?
So our Instagram is our name. Little
Little
Cute
Cute
Horror Creations.
Say it really
Can you
fast.
spell that? I'm just kidding.
Oh God.
No,
L-I-T-T. But there's no underscore, no nothing, just Little Cute Horror Creations.
Okay.
Quick.
With an S. Don't forget the S.
With
at the end.
us.
Okay.
And on there you'll also be able to find our link to our online shop, which is,
Nice.
again is littlecutehorrorcreations.com.
Okay.
I think there's underscores on it. We didn't type that. It just happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they kind of like
yeah.
accumulate a website.
Yeah, so it's
name.
like this whole long thing,
Like, it's
but
the free version.
Yeah.
just find our Instagram and then
The links in the bio.
the links in the bio.
Yeah, we'll link it in the description down below
Yeah.
on the YouTube, guys. If you can
Yeah, for
follow our YouTube.
For those of you
Follow our
Spotify
YouTube.
listeners, you're just gonna have to put it together.
And then pretty soon you'll be able to shop them in person all year at Arts
Sideshow.
Sideshow
That's
in
exciting.
Montclair. So
Congrats.
that's really exciting for us. And then just at our in-person events. I mean,
Sweet.
we still are doing quite a few this year, even though I wanted to slow down. But you know, there's some that you get into and you're like, dude, this is what I've been
Can't
waiting
pass it
for.
up.
Yeah.
You know, so
Where you guys going next?
next
October
weekend we'll be at
Village.
October Village.
Okay.
Or this weekend.
And then, what month is that? March. So April we have Spooky Swamp Meet.
Okay.
Okay.
May, I don't think we have anything booked yet in May.
No, nothing in May. And then June, we just got that
Oh yeah,
summer spook night.
Summer Spook Nights in Rancho. We're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
do
I've
that
heard
one.
of that one.
And then, well, July, huge goal for us. We are doing Midsummer.
Okay.
So
That's
that
awesome.
one, that one, I was like, when we booked it, I was just like, I'm done for the year. I'm not doing anything else. I need to prep
Now.
this
Right.
whole time.
Yeah.
Right.
I haven't.
I was like, ask him, has he? No.
No,
Not
I
yet.
have nothing.
It's all right. You're going to make it through.
Yeah. It's good.
So
He waits to the week before.
I do.
Don't.
I can make 20 shadow boxes in the span of 8 hours.
Oh,
The
shoot.
night before a show. Have I done it? Yes, I have.
He's like, shit, we got a show this weekend.
Constantly.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, man. Well, that's
Cool,
awesome.
cool,
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about all the questions we have today.
Sweet.
I think we went over an hour, so.
Yeah. I mean,
Sorry.
time
No,
flies.
you're
No, you're
good.
good. You're good.
Awesome conversation.
It's just a cap we try to set for ourselves, but
Yeah.
we go
Okay.
over, you know. But I think we always ask what your favorite scary movie would be.
Favorite?
What's like your go-to? Like, what's your favorite horror film?
For me, it's Halloween.
Oh,
Okay.
But the originals.
Okay.
The newer ones that have come out, I'm like, okay, they're all right.
Right.
But like one of them turned Michael Myers into Kill Bill, like slashing through the whole town
Right,
in the center.
right.
Like he doesn't do that. And then when they killed him off, man, like he deserved a lot better than that.
yeah.
Like that was disappointing.
Right.
But for me, like that's the whole like even H3 is. I know that one's like everyone's like, what's that? But those masks are so iconic, and that's why I live for that one. So anything in the Halloween series, I'm there for.
Sweet.
Okay.
And The Shining is mine.
The
The
Shining.
Shining. Okay. That one is
I
like,
bet no
one
one
is-
would have guessed. I don't have my jacket on today, but
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
we
you have that
jacket.
sweater.
yes.
She has everything.
Everything. I got my shoes. I need
A pillow.
pants, overalls. I just saw some.
That movie is
overalls.
just like one of those freaky movies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so long.
It's a
It's-
good watch, though.
It is.
But
is
yeah, that
such
cigarette though, I'm like, this
Oh, yes.
bitch is talented. Like,
A little
what
ash.
is going on there?
Yeah.
That movie is one of those where you can like. There's a lot of older films where I respect because you know they're a classic, like The Exorcist, right? But that is definitely a slower
Build up.
build-up film
Right.
that
Oh,
you
yeah.
really have to just be like,
Yeah.
shut the hell up.
Just
you're
watch
watching
it.
a classic,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
But when it comes to like that the red rum, the
Shining.
the Shining,
Like,
Yeah.
you're just
Rum.
like that's a good,
Oh my
that's a
God.
good watch. It's a good watch. you know?
Yeah.
So
No,
cool.
yeah.
No, it is.
But anything that's like are built around Catholic and like possession, a sinister,
Yeah.
that shit scares me.
Oh,
Because that shit's
Oh, yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
don't bring that
yes.
shit into the house. This one talked about like one time she was like astral projecting like in her night terrors, and I was
Putting
like,
on my secrets
bitch,
and no
if you're gonna open up that door, and we do not have enough sage for that shit. So
Right after that, he was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!"
I'm
whoa,
like,
whoa.
no,
Yes,
I'm not
yes,
doing this.
yes.
So
Yeah.
anything like that shit scares me.
Yeah,
Especially
same.
sinister, because I'm home with the kids. I'll be the first one to fucking go.
The kids are tying you up. You're all like,
Cutting my head off with the lawnmower. Like, what the hell?
"Yeah, for
So
sure."
that shit gets to me.
Oh yeah.
So you're not gonna watch The Pope's Exorcist?
I'm probably gonna watch it.
heck
Yeah.
But
You can sleep with the light on after that.
yeah, I'm gonna have my holy water ritual and the sage.
You're like,
at the
he's like,
end.
it's not the first of the month, but we just watched this
Right.
movie.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll be like,
Exactly.
sorry.
The kids are gonna be like, it's a little early for this.
Yeah, I'm like throwing the holy water.
You're like,
They're
"Nah,
like,
come here."
Dad, it's not the first.
Right. That's funny. Cool.
man. That's awesome.
That it?
Yeah, that's about it.
And you guys had something for us, right? Or a question or something
yeah.
like that? What was
Oh
it?
yeah. So what has been your guys' most memorable, positive, okay, not negative, positive customer interaction?
Oh, wow.
Which one has stuck with you after all the shows and everything? You're still like, damn, that one time.
Anthony can't answer. He's never at the booth.
Yeah. I mean,
I think mine would have to be when we were traveling. I think it was in Florida. We traveled to Florida for Spooky Empire. And there was a lady who came up to the booth to shop. And she was just so excited because she was like, I was looking for you guys.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
And because she shops our online store.
Yeah.
And she was like, I shop you guys online all the time. I'm so excited that you guys are here because she's local out there. And so she was just so excited that she was able to shop us locally. And that kind of just like, that was just made my day. Because the fact that we're in Florida
Yes,
and
com-
someone was excited for us to be there,
Yes.
that was like,
Yes,
that was
yes.
crazy.
good feeling for
That
sure.
was a great feeling. Yeah. I think
Love it.
that was the best memory that stuck with me. For
Jess?
sure.
Awesome.
I don't know.
Damn.
She's like, same.
But you remember that too.
No,
You
yeah, I remember that lady.
happening
I
also.
I think overall interactions for me, because I don't really work the booth too much ever. But for me, it's like overall interactions. People know that I'm associated with Wicked Boutique.
Yeah.
Boutique. Damn, I say that dumb. Wicked Boutique. You know what I mean? It's just the overall interactions that I get with different people and different vendors when they're, you know, they get excited because like Matt, you know, or when we threw a big show and it went
Yeah.
crazy, and so those things to me feed the fire
Yeah.
to keep us driving, you know, because you could tell the girls, I drive them crazy with like, hey guys, we got to do this. It's because those people, because of those people, it feeds my fire to like, man, this is what they expect now. You know,
Yeah.
they want it. We're gonna give it to them. The best thing we
Yeah,
can. Get
I mean,
out
it
there,
drives me. I have crazy anxiety, so it's like when people are like hyping it, like, "Oh, that was great! Can't wait for the next one." I'm like, "Fuck!" Like the next one.
This one just
Yeah.
happened.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
"What do you mean?" You
Yeah.
know, and I'm just a ball of nerves. You know, so
Yeah.
that right there, like, I'm already stressed for the next one. Because the next one's coming, guys.
Next
Be ready
one's
for that.
coming.
But
Yes.
I'm already stressed. I'm overthinking it. I'm like, you sure? Are you
Right.
sure? Are you
Yeah.
like that's? Do we want to do it? You know,
Yeah.
that's just how I am.
But you see, though, track record, you do that, and look how it turns out.
Right.
That's all part of the process of a great event.
Stressed
If you don't do
out.
it, then you need to be worried.
Right.
You know
exactly.
what? You're right.
But if you stressing, it's great.
right.
So keep on stressing.
I think
homegirl.
it stresses us out. Like this past weekend, everyone's like, "When's Wicked Fest?" I'm like,
Yeah.
I just lied to them. I'm like, I can't tell you any details. That's a secret.
You're like, I don't know the deeds. I just
Right.
work here.
Yeah, no, but like I said, I think for all of us in general, we love our
Yeah.
customers, we love everybody.
Yeah.
But the overall, like, the feedback we're getting, you know, that lights the fire, makes it real hot to like, we want to do everything possible to make these events, our podcast, our product, everything the best possible that we can. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And that's it.
And
You know,
now
it's just-
Wicked's Tacos is on the rise.
It is.
Yes.
And you know, it's funny,
Wicked
the people
tacos.
named them. We're going to just keep it to the people because everybody started
Yeah.
calling them Wicked Tacos.
Yeah.
We're like, all right, cool, let's roll with it. You know?
I'm telling
but-
you guys, between us two, there's 20 tacos. And that's on a slow day.
Right. So, yeah.
Yep.
But no, announcements coming very soon, guys. So please keep a
Soon.
lookout.
Ooh.
Soon.
Yes.
Announcements coming very soon. So
Wicked
cool. That
Fest
was a
2023.
great question.
Yeah, thank
That was
you.
real good.
Thanks for having questions.
Yes.
Because I feel like I always like, dude, I want someone to interview us so bad, you know? I don't think I know what to say because I'll be like, but I still want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what? Next podcast, you guys interview me. How about that?
Oh, challenge.
Yeah.
No. All right, cool.
I'm gonna interview you. I'm like, why are you so mean?
Oh my.
Right.
They were like, why are
Childhood
you so mean
questions.
to your sister?
Unlocked.
Right. Anyways, I think we're gonna go ahead then
And
and
wrap it up.
wrap this one up since we're
Yes.
already like just we're
We
gonna
just
keep
keep
going
talking,
and
yeah,
going.
I can
so-
keep going, so.
Anyways, guys, we do appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
We know
thank
you made
you.
that drive. You know what I mean? That's tough.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you came from the other one, but the other way. But anyway, you know what
That's
I mean?
awesome.
Yeah. So anyway,
Right.
guys, thanks everybody for watching, listening. We need more of you guys on YouTube to start subscribing because that's really
Yes.
like, man, dude.
You know
Push
what?
the
I like-
button.
Yeah,
But-
subscribe. If you show us at the booth at any event that you're subscribed, we'll give you a discount.
There you go.
Same.
Maybe even a
Yes.
stick.
Same.
Oh, there
We're
you
gonna
go.
up on that.
Yes.
Double the discount. 2 different vendors.
Yes, thank you.
Subscribe.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, guys, and for the
Just gotta
spot.
show.
Yes.
Just gotta show me.
Yeah,
Yes, show
yeah.
them. Yes.
And, and
Screenshot
all you
that.
Spotify people, all the Spotify people, thank you so much for always listening, guys.
Yes.
And for those of you that download it on the other side of the world, thank you.
Yes.
But we're gonna post all their stuff
Down below.
down below, as always. You guys go shop them out. They just got the website going, so make him even busier, stress him out even more.
Please,
He
at least
would
I
love
could do it at home.
Yeah, he would love it. He would love it. But again, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for coming out, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you for
And-
having us.
Yeah,
it
for
was
sure.
so much fun.
Yeah.
And as always, guys, we'll see you on the next one.